Hello again. Just for the record, I am 27 years old. I was born on November 10th, 1989. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about alcohol and drinking in general. We don't usually have alcohol in my house. The alcohol that's brought into our house is alcohol that I usually buy or have someone buy for me for a special occasion, like my birthday. The alcohol that I personally have is this. It's cheap. It's tequila. My friend who I interviewed in that last video, who isn't always totally a jerk, got me this for my birthday last year, and obviously I haven't really had much of it. And also some of this was taken by my friends and my sister. I haven't had any since. They won't believe me about that, but I obviously haven't. And this is Olmeca Altos 100% Agave Plata Tequila. If I pronounce that wrong, call me out on it. It's 40% alcohol. I like my alcohol to be straight. I don't like chasers, I don't like salt, I don't like lemon, and I don't like putting like fruitiness into my booze. I like it straight. That's just how I do. I like the taste of sweeter alcohol. I don't like beer. I think it tastes like liquid bread. I think it tastes gross. And unless I was on a dare or being paid, I would not drink beer. My favorite kind of alcohol is vodka. I like tequila, I like rum, and generally I like fufu beverages. I like girl drinks, but I drink a lot when I do drink. So yeah. That being said, when I do drink when I'm with friends, they usually cut me off because they're nice, and that's totally cool, and I totally respect them for that, because when I do drink, I always like turn into a heavy drunk. That's the good thing that happens. Or I black out. One of my friends told me that I black out because I don't ever remember what happens if I have too much to drink. And they tell me what I've done and I don't recall any of it. It's a little bit more scary than I'm making it sound. It's not fun. Apparently last time that I had too much to drink, I went into my friend's backyard and I started trying to pet a butterfly, dragonfly, or something like that. It was on a sunflower, and I ended up knocking over this sunflower that they were growing. I don't remember that. And at one point I was like telling my friend that, like, your shirt looks so great on you. Like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen you wear. It looks so great. I love the stripes or whatever. I know this because they told me. Otherwise I don't remember. I'm not sure if I have a favorite drink, like a favorite mixed beverage or a favorite plain beverage. I know I like Coke and rum, so aside from the tequila, I also have with me on the table Coke and rum. I was gonna try some of the stuff. Like I said, we don't usually have alcohol in my house. My family is pretty strict about drinking. Like, we're not crazy partying drunks, I promise. I do have a story before I actually try anything on camera. I'm not gonna have a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure being drunk on YouTube is not cool. It had to have been 2011 because I know it happened when I was living with my brother in Pennsylvania. I was in a tiny chat with a couple of my friends, and one of my friends at the point brought in his little cousin, his female cousin at the point, and she was a little kid. She was definitely a young teenager, or not even a teenager yet. And I was like hitting on her, and I was being really creepy, and I totally apologize. And I know I apologized already because that's not cool. Don't be creeping at people, and don't get drunk while you're online. Yeah, it was one of the major regrets. I don't drink that often, not anymore. When I do, I'm usually with friends, even though I'm totally okay with drinking alone. I don't understand what the stigma against drinking alone is. I mean, I guess you don't have anyone to stop you or anyone to enjoy with, but we should know our limits. Especially people who are my age. If you're like a casual drinker and you're my age, you should know your limits. If you don't, go get help. I think the strongest booze that I've ever had is Everclear and moonshine. And that stuff is delicious. I drink it straight. It is so good. Aside from the two, the Malibu and the Olmeca Altos that I have with me, my dad has Gentleman's Jack. That stuff tastes like grossness. It is, I think it's for somebody with a more refined taste in alcohol. Not me. If I have some, it has to be like tiny bit. No way. And it has to be for a very special occasion. And I have a friend, and she knows who she is, and she always asks me, what's the difference between this and this? I know about as much as she does about, like, what's the difference between champagne and vodka, or what's the difference between lager and ale. I don't know. I mean, I look it up once, and I might remember one more time after that, but after that, I'm going to be like, gone. Basically, I'm going to have two different things, just the two that I showed you. I'm not touching the gentleman's jack. That stuff is nasty. I mean, no offense if you like it. That's cool. Do your thing. But basically, this, and I got a little cup. I'm barely going to fill it, and I'll show it to the camera. But I haven't had any for a while. I love the smell. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. Unless you're not into, like, cheap booze. This stuff is bomb. That's it. And I'm not a sipper. I like to swallow this stuff. But yeah, I don't like sip. You know, with my friends and my sister, that's what I have to do is like, that's delightful. No. This is gone. It's like a shot, a little bit more than a shot, maybe. I guess that's up for you to decide. Cheers. It burns so good. I love that feeling. Like that feeling when you take a swig and it burns. It's like telling you that you're not going to have a cold for the next couple days. I love that with whiskey too. Whiskey makes me feel great. I'm not an alcoholic. I do limit myself. I promise. That's all I'm going to have of that. I'm going to try some of this Coke and rum. This is all the alcohol that I'm going to have tonight, and probably in the next month, maybe 2 months. I don't know when the next time that I'm going to be drinking is, but probably not anytime soon. Be responsible. This is the Malibu. I don't know if this is mine, but I don't think my parents like Malibu. I don't think they're rum people. I don't think they're coconut people. Oh, what kind of drunk I am is basically a happy drunk, like a really friendly drunk, like a lovey drunk. Like I get all up on people and tell them that they're beautiful and how much I love them and they're the best people in the world and we're gonna be best friends and this is great, guys. You guys are my favorites. That's how I get. But I'm only gonna put like a tiny bit because I think that rum tastes like milkshakes and I could drink like all of it that's left in here. It's about to like right here because I think it tastes like milkshakes. And that stuff is good. Like candied coconut. That is nothing. I promise that's nothing. Not by comparison by what I can imbibe. Coke. Coca-Cola. Way better than Pepsi. That's a video for another day. Coke and rum. I love the smell of booze. Oh. People who don't think that tastes like a milkshake, it tastes like a Coke float. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, I'm not gonna drink the whole thing on camera. I like Coke and I like rum. And I like them separately and I like them together. They're just great. Alcohol, it's good. Please, please, please drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive. And if you know what kind of drunk you are and you're the bad kind of drunk, if you're an angry drunk, if you are gonna make some bad decisions, please don't drink or drink at home. Be safe and moderation, moderation, moderation.